Hello again. So we are in another area of my house this time, so I feel like this is going to be a little merry-go-round in all these videos, different areas, but it's quite late in the evening. It's about 9:15, so the sun is setting and this is the only place I had a bit of light. This is going to be a little haul video. I'm going to have a clothing haul as well because I was out during the week and I bought some really nice things. If you follow me over on Instagram, you'll see my Instagram stories, all the changing room episodes and things that I'd picked up. This haul, however, is going to be some accessories and some fragrance and makeup because I have a problem. And basically picked up a few other bits. I was in Space NK and bought lots of mini things because I'm very much, I think I've mentioned before, love a mini. Don't think you'll ever really use up a full lipstick, powder, blah, 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 blah. So if I can buy it in mini size and it's easier to travel as well, even better. So first things first, let's talk about the accessories that I'm wearing. The first one is this lovely ring from Accessorize. It's one of those ones that kind of hoops round. I think this is called Labradite. It was in the sale. It was maybe like £2 or something. I love when Accessorize goes into the sale. I also managed to get a really nice dress for a wedding from Monsoon in the sale. It was half price, which brought it down to £74, I think. And then I put a 20% coupon code that I found online to buy it online and got it to £59. Bargain, absolute bargain. Monsoon sales are usually really good. You can find a lot of their casual stuff, can be things that you'd probably find in the likes of New Look, H&M, maybe even Primark at times. And it's like £60, so I love when there's a sale on because their things just come down to a much more reasonable price. The second item I'm talking about is these earrings. They are wooden, yeah, like made of wood and gold, and they are from Primark. I just picked these up today actually, and they were only £2. I think they're really cool. I really like them. I picked up another kind of wooden style from Primark today. These ones were £2. Actually, if these ones were £2, I think these ones were £3. But these are £2 and they have like wood effect, and this is white wood. They came in a black wood as well, but I'm not so keen on that. But £2. £3. I think these are lovely. I really like these. I'm also wearing a little chain from Accessorize. This is, I don't know if you'll see it. This is the star sign ones. It's on a little gold pendant. These are from the Z collection. I love, again, like I say, if Accessorize or Monsoon have a sale on and things are 70% off, because the Z collection is usually relatively expensive, so this brings it right down. They've got new ones of these out now which are more like an outline rather than a solid gold piece. They have them in silver, they have them in rose gold and yellow gold. I actually prefer the solid gold ones that they used to have, which have now went into the sale. This is Pisces, it's not my star sign, but I just really liked it, so I picked that up as well. I picked these up from Accessorize as well. These again are from the Z range. They're very fine hoops, but kind of have a bit wider at the bottom here. Again, gold plated. These were not in the sale, these were full price, but I just thought they were really nice. Quite like a hoop, even if it's a bit... My friend says that her other half says that if she wears her hoops, he's like, you look like a Ned. Which is quite funny because I get what he's saying, but I love a hoop. I don't care if it makes you look a wee bit chavvy, Neddy. If people are watching this and they're from anywhere else, a Ned is a chav. I would say in England probably a Ned is a chav. And if you're looking at this from somewhere across the world, I don't even know. Like, what do you call it in other parts of the world? I don't think you can call them gangsters. I don't think you can call them like gang members, even though some might be. I'm getting too political about Neds now. Hoop earrings, love them. Now, the rest of the stuff is all things that I've kind of gathered over the last maybe week and a half. The first things I'm going to talk about are from Boots. No7 had a kind of 3 for 2 on their skincare, and I was going in anyway, and the lady very kindly said, let me give you a facial, blah blah blah, you get talking, you buy things. This I thought was a really good deal. It's the No7 cleansing balm. It's £13 for 125ml. It comes with a little cloth as well, and to be honest with you, this to me looks like it's just going to be exactly like the Clinique cleansing balm, which is closer to 20 odd quid. So I'm quite high hopes for this. It's not overly fragranced, if it's got a fragrance at all actually. I'm really excited to use this. I've used the Pixie cleansing balm before as well, and the Clinique one, and I think for £13 this is a pretty good dupe. I will let you know in future how this gets on. The second thing I picked up from No7 was their Instant Results Nourishing Hydration Mask. It's for dry to very dry skin. When I was in Boots, the lady actually used this on my skin and I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I'm going to be doing a little video comparing masks. I thought this would be a really good comparison to the Glossier Moon Mask because it's hydrating and meant to be for very dry skin. What the woman was saying to me when she had this on my skin was that you put it on and basically your skin will soak it all in, and whatever's left on top of the skin you just can wipe that away. You don't need to wash your face afterwards, which I quite like the idea of. I quite enjoy using the Glossier Moon Mask to put on my face at night lightly and sleeping in it as a sleep mask, so therefore I thought this would be quite good to try it against it. The lady in Boots also told me that this was something that a lot of ladies who are going through radiotherapy and chemotherapy treatment, I know No7 do work with Macmillan Cancer Trust, so I don't know if that means she's had some input on that from No7 and Boots, or if genuinely people have just been going in and, you know, needing something for very dry skin and this is something that's been working for them. If somebody is in your family and receiving that kind of treatment and has very, very dry skin and it's making their skin dry out, it might be worth trying something. Sometimes when people are having that treatment, they need a little bit of a pick-me-up, and although it might not be on the top of their list, and you never know, sometimes a woman just likes to feel like a woman and be pampered regardless of what's going on in her life. So I thought it was quite nice that she shared that information with me. The lady that was in No7 at Boots, it was Silverburn No7 that I went to, was lovely. And this is currently £15 at Boots. The next thing I picked up from No7 is their Youthful Glycolic Peel Kit. Now this is £25, it is a little bit more expensive, but it comes with a 3-step programme and there are 8 vials in the first step. So that means you get 8 uses out of it, so it doesn't seem quite so bad that way. You have a step 1 where you put on, I presume, I've not opened it yet so I'm not absolutely sure, I presume that's the more intense glycolic peel step. There is then a neutralising step and then a calming balm step. So I'm really eager to try this. I love the AHA BHA peel mask from The Ordinary and it is relatively cheap, and I still have a bottle of that from at least 8 months ago. That's a kind of once a week mask. It is very intense, so I want to kind of pit this against that again. I'll have a video about it, I will link it above when I do it. So I kind of want to pit this one against that to see how that works, if it's this kind of chemical peel rather than a physical peel. And the last thing that I picked up from No7 is their Instant Illusions Rapid Radiance Balm. This is really quite nice. It's £18 for a 30ml bottle. I think what I would liken it to, comes out a kind of skin colour, what I would liken it to though, you can see the iridescence even when I'm rubbing that on my hand, is maybe Laura Mercier primer, although this is more pink toned than golden. Now that's really wet on my skin there. It looks like, oh god, look how shiny that is, but it's because it's still wet. It soaks into the skin beautifully. I really enjoy it as someone who has relatively dry skin, and I just think it puts such a lovely glow on your skin, whether you're going to put foundation over the top or whether you're like me, just like a BB cream. And I think it's beautiful. The last thing I picked up from Boots is the Isle of Paradise tanning drops. Now these have been all over the internet, all over Instagram, all over any influencers, all over YouTube, all over blogs. I'm on the fence. I'm absolutely on the fence about these. I think they were £13. It's obviously only a 30ml bottle, but I imagine you get a lot of use out of them. I've probably used this for the better part of a week and a half now, and you can see there's not very much out of it. My issue is that the first couple of nights I used it, I was using it at night. I put my moisturiser on my hand, dropped 3 drops into my moisturiser, mixed it, put it on my face, fine. So for 2 days I done that, and my hands were oompa loompa orange. I can't even kid you on. If you look at my nails, they still have a real smoking 40 a day orange tinge to them, especially that one. Really, really badly stained my nails. Luckily my hands are no longer Oompa Loompa orange, but I also felt my face didn't really look a different colour. I continued to use it. I done the same thing, but every night scrubbed my hands afterwards and my nails, but I just can't get the staining off them. And then my mum came down to visit, and after she came down to visit, and it was maybe my 4th night of doing it, she said, "Have you got tan on your face?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" And she said, "Looks a bit yellow." And I thought, do you know what, she's right, looks a little bit jaundice as opposed to tanned. That might be the colour of my skin underneath it, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these. Maybe if I had a little bit more colour, but I feel like at the moment I have relatively good base colour, then I would feel differently about these. But as it stands, I don't know if I love these. I don't know if they're worth your time. You can also use them in the body, so if you want to drop some into a body moisturiser as well, you can use them that way. They certainly work, but whether or not I like it, I'm not sure. Got a lovely smell. I've got like a cucumber smell to them, but I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe I'm using them wrong. If I'm using them wrong, please somebody tell me what I'm doing, because I'm not sure. So I was out with my mum shopping, and as I said, I got lots of clothing bits. I will link that video. And we were in Zara, and I picked this up. My other half wears a male fragrance from Zara called Gourmand Leather, and it's gorgeous. It's so nice. It's definitely a male fragrance, but it's very sweet, so I just think it sounds silly, but it's just one of those like, you smell really good. It's lovely. And I've seen this one in the ladies section, and it's vibrant leather for her, and it's gorgeous too. It's really fresh, but it does have that kind of weird leathery hint to it, but not a, you know, sometimes I find leathery things, whether it's the Tom Ford kind of leathery one, they're really strong. It's really obvious, like you're sniffing the inside of a leather bag or something. Like, it's really, really strong. This isn't like that. It's much more wearable. 100ml bottle, and it was $9.99, and I think, I could just, my other half smelled it as well, and he was like, that's lovely, it's really good. I really like Zara's smells. I think Zara's fragrance selection is really, really good, so it's worth going and having a wee look at it. I think they do a lot of dupes as well for more well-known fragrances. You'll notice some of the things are quite similar. Now, last week I had been to a Nars event in Argyle Street, and then following that, they asked if I wanted to come to a thing in House of Fraser. It was in Gin 71. So me and my friend went along to that. We had a really, really nice day out, and the ladies who were doing the Nars event at the Nars counter in Fraser's were lovely. That's kind of why I've got my dark smoky eye on today, because some of the products that I used for this look are the ones that I bought while I was there. We went, we got a few cocktails. Well, my friend didn't because she's pregnant, but I had her cocktail. And we got a few bits and pieces, and some of the stuff I picked up is absolutely stunning. And as I say, I've used it today. I don't know if you can really see. I don't think in this light that it's doing justice to actually how beautiful this is on the eye. I will insert a picture of this eye look in here. And it's kind of like a burnished, dark, smoky green brown, and there's flecks of gold in it as well. And this is one of these eye paints from Nars. You can use these little pots as eyeliner or as an all over the lid and smoke it right out, and that's exactly what I've done today. I did top it up with some kind of eyeshadow around the corners, but the main bit of my lid is this colour, and the colour is Balbec. It's like a really deep dark brown, but it does have gold flecked shimmer in it, but it's very dark. That's it there, my finger, and look at my lovely yellow nail. So you can see how pigmented that is. It's very, very dark, but it's so nice smudged out all over your lid. It's gorgeous. I'll link anything down below that I'm not telling you the price of, because I don't have receipts to hand and I can't be bothered looking at my phone for everything. I also picked up another piece from the Nars Erdem collection. When I originally went to get some stuff from the Nars Erdem collection, there's two eyeshadow palettes and they didn't have the one I wanted. So when I went the other day, they had it back in stock, and I thought, yep, I'm getting that because it's beautiful. It's stunning. And the colours, one of the palettes has got like a yellow and a deep green and very of the moment, I think maybe a navy as well. but I thought not quite so wearable everyday colours, so I went for this one instead because I think it will be more versatile. That's it there. This one is the colour that they used when we were there that day, and it's stunning. It's like a really deep wine burnt colour. Great colours for, I think, going into autumn as well, although this blue, there's part of me that wishes this was a green. The palette that they had, the other one, had the yellow and the green, and I wish this was green. I just wish it would have went so much nicer. That's the Fleur Fatale palette. We then got some mini samples, which I love a mini sample, because we bought some stuff from Nars, and what I got was great, but I already have it, so I might give it to someone else. It was a miniature version, it's eyeshadow size, of Orgasm. So look, the little cute one. I mean, it'd be fine to travel with, but I don't know if I want to keep it just because I could travel with my big one, it's not a big problem. But yeah, it's a miniature Orgasm blush. It's so tiny, I love it. And I also got the Larger Than Life Longwear liner in Via Veneto, which is basically black. So that's their pencil eyeliner in black. Would be quite good in here, wouldn't it? I actually have brown in my waterline today. I think I have Urban Decay Stag. Making your eyes all smoky rock cheek. I very rarely line the inside of my eyes. It wasn't until I was at that event that day and they were talking about smoky eyes and what Nars style is and all that mince. So I thought, oh, I'll try it again. I've probably not done it since I was about 15 and was a total goth. I don't mind it. It's okay. I then went over to Space NK. I love Space NK because I like that they do miniatures of things. If you can tell, I like miniatures of things. I don't know how many times I've got to say it, but I like miniatures of things. The one thing that I got from Space NK that wasn't miniature was a Laura Mercier caviar stick. And the reason I got this one is because it was a limited one. Well, they tell me it's limited. But it was in copper. Now this is beautiful. Beautiful, I can't even tell you. Look at that. It's a perfect like copper gold. I can't even do it justice on camera how beautiful it is. It's so nice. So I'm really excited to use that kind of all over the place. I like easy makeup. I like makeup I can just fling it on, smoke it out, be on my way. That is one of these types of things. I'm aware that there'll be people watching this video thinking everything's miniature because your skin. Oh yeah, partly it is because, you know, can't afford to buy things at 40, 80, 60 pound a pop. No, just mental. The first thing is the Queen of Hungry Mist. It is the Omoroviska. I can never say that name. Omoroviska. Comes in a glass bottle, which kind of is a bit of a pain in the chops for my liking, because if it is a travel size 30ml, you think that's going to put some weight on things. I don't want things like that. And this is one of these. Misty things. It smells lovely. It's meant to be really good to use on flights, so it's got, oh I know why I like it. It's got neroli and rose in it, and both those scents I love. I might save this one for my flight to Australia. Bougie. Now I mentioned this in my last video about getting a full size of this on Amazon, but again, it's like 48 quid for a full size one. It's the CC Cream by Arborian, and I got it in the dark one again, pretty much because as we go back into autumn, it's probably not something I'll use all the time, but I would get this out again next year. For the rare times when I've got a bit of colour to my skin, this is actually slightly bigger than the one I had. The one I had was a really dinky, like 5ml travel size or something, but this is 15ml. I didn't think that was too bad, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I then got one of the highlighters from Becca. As I've said before, I did have Opal. I got that in a miniature size at Sephora, but it's too gold. I think I've said that before. So I picked up Moonstone instead, which I think will be much more suitable to my skin. And actually, the minis from Space NK are a lot cuter because they've actually got the little silver bit as well. Moonstone, I think, is going to be much more suitable to my skin tone. I tried it when we were in store and it wasn't as dark face on. And lastly, I got one of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders. I got it in dim light. I think I've mentioned before that Revolution done a trio, which I liken them to these. My friend had the trio of Hourglass and I just couldn't justify spending 80 quid on a powder. I just couldn't do it. So I thought, why not try this if it's all it's hyped up to be, because I don't wear powders that often. Then maybe I would think about if it was something I wanted to invest in. But again, I probably will not get through all of this. I love trying things too much, too many different things to stick to one powder that I'm gonna spend 90 quid on or something like that. But it seems a really nice powder. I don't like wearing powder, so I think it will be more suitable, more blendable to the type of thing I like. And it's so cute. So that's everything I got. That's all my kind of makeup, skincare, bits and bobs that I've had this week. As I said below, there will be a clothing part to go with this as well, and I will link that at the end of the video and above somewhere. If you do like the look that's on my eyes and you'd quite like to see how I do it, please let me know and I'll do a little tutorial on it. I am by no means a makeup artist. I do not claim to be a makeup artist, but I just love playing with makeup. Thanks again for watching. If you made it to the end, well done, because I do know that I babble sometimes. It's just what I do. Long way to get a shortcut. What can I say? If you want, you can go and check me out on Instagram as well. And I do have Twitter, although I'm not an avid tweeter. I just like following celebrities on it, I'm gonna be honest. But check me out on both those things. I will link bits up here where you can do that. Otherwise, I hope you're all having a great weekend. I hope you're all having a fabulous time. All that other crap that YouTubers say. And please come back again. I just like making wee videos and being able to interact with people who like the same kind of stuff I do. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Bye.